What's up everyone and welcome back to another episode of Retail Nightmares. Tonight on Retail Nightmares we're going to take a look at Karens that went too far. These are moments where Karens had huge outrages and they took the situation way too far and were out of control. Now we have a lot of crazy Karens to get through, so we're going to jump right into it. Okay, so this gentleman was driving on the freeway and noticed that this lady in front of him was doing around 5 miles per hour in a 60 zone. The gentleman flashed his lights at her to try and signal her to speed up, but instead this absolutely triggered this Karen. This Karen then speeds up and starts yelling at this gentleman, stating that she closes $5 million deals, for some reason that's relevant to her, and that her name is not Karen, it's actually Christine. Bear in mind this Christine is literally arguing with this gentleman while she is on a freeway, not looking at what's in front of her, and now going from driving too slow to too fast so that she can catch up and abuse the gentleman who only wanted to signal to her that she was going really slow, and that can also be just as dangerous as going too fast. Let's have a look.
Karen! My first experience in the wild. Look at her. She works on behalf of the New Zealand police. That's so funny. Here she goes. She's signaling. Karen signaling with her hand because she works on behalf of the New Zealand police. Look at her. Oh my god, I need to talk to Karen. I get it. I want this on video.
Hey.
Sorry, what, Karen?
My name's Kristen, and
It's Karen! Your name's Karen!
in the whole world. $5 million is how much I've sold my contract for.
You sold it for $5 million! And you bought a Toyota Vitz! You should have got a Caprice, Karen!
It's a Toyota Auris, and it rhymes with Chorus.
And you rhyme with walrus! Look at you, you crazy! I finally got to meet a Karen! It was exponential.
Okay, so apparently this Karen thought that she was a lawyer and refuses to wear a mask in public. So this Karen came into this private business and started preaching about how it's public property, and them asking her to wear a mask in a public place is actually illegal and she will sue them. This Karen started preaching the laws, stating that she is not required to follow the same rules as everyone else and that their store policies do not apply to this Karen. And the Karen's logic here is that because the land the store is on is public property, and just because somebody took a business and put that business on the public property land, that they can't enforce laws on her as she is on public property. At least that's what she thinks, so let's see how that goes for her.
You are trespassing if you're not wearing a mask.
This is a public establishment.
You're full of crap. Yeah, that's good.
Your rights are all being violated if they're making you wear a mask. This is a public establishment. You're registered with the Secretary of State. No, it's public property because you're registered with the Secretary of State. You are a public service. You are a public business. You are required to follow the rules and orders.
You want to be on there too?
I am not required to follow those orders.
Oh yeah, yeah, let's put them on.
Your responsibility
Oh yeah.
to prove that it applies to me.
How embarrassing.
Okay, so this gentleman was actually grilling on the barbecue, and basically the smell from the barbecue went over into the neighbor's backyard and absolutely triggered this Karen because she could smell what he was cooking. This Karen hated the smell of the food that he was cooking and demanded that he shut off the grill immediately. The gentleman refused to shut off the grill because he wasn't done cooking yet, and this enticed the Karen to climb over the fence and start spraying her deodorant all over his backyard in an attempt to mask the smell but also inconvenience him, because she believes that if she has to smell what he's cooking, then he can smell something of hers too. Let's have a look.
On my yard. I think we're both allowed. I can't control the floating air. This is my lifestyle. I like fresh air. Does that mean now I can't have my bedroom windows open like you promised? At 4 a.m.? Because you did promise me that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Karen comes up to some people who were peacefully protesting about BLM, and this Karen doesn't support BLM and thought everyone protesting would be interested in what she believes in. This Karen comes up in a very aggressive manner and started yelling at everybody in the area, and she started preaching about why she doesn't support BLM, as well as other things. This Karen did it in such an abusive manner that all these protesters can do is put their heads in shame and walk away as she tried to yell at them and abuse her point across to them. And as you definitely couldn't talk any sense into this Karen, all you can do is have a look at her, put your head in shame, and walk away just like they do. So let's have a look.
I don't know anything about this. All I know is these little think they're something. But you know what? Who's stopping them? Who's helping them? The police is helping them. But yet these are all saying cops don't matter. Where's Barbara Ann?
Nobody said that today. Nobody said out of their mouth, cops don't matter.
Today,
and I've been recording the whole time on purpose because people like you lie.
Good, baby, yeah. Who's it gonna be next week? How about Shane Nicolonis? Does his life matter? Anybody know who he is? I know who he is. Do you know who he is?
Okay, so this gentleman's neighbor got into a big argument with his father who lives with him. Allegedly, they started threatening his father, who, bear in mind, is 82 years old, so this really triggered the son. The son came over to the neighbor's house and was so angry at these neighbors that he came up to them and stated that he is a convicted felon and starts getting very aggravated with the neighbors, and tensions rise so quickly that this gentleman's elderly parents had to come out and try to defuse the situation. This turned into an all-out neighbor war, and the elderly man had to take his son away from them and try to defuse the situation. But then to make matters worse, the woman got involved and started abusing each other too. I personally think everybody in this situation is in the wrong. This whole ordeal was handled so poorly, and I'm surprised more neighbors didn't come out to see what was going on, and you can only imagine what happened before they started recording, or if the other party was recording what they captured on their side. Now, if the allegations are true and they did threaten the elderly man who was 82 years old, and apparently also the grandmother who was also 82, then I definitely think the other neighbors are in the wrong. I don't think you should ever find yourself in a situation where you are threatening an 82-year-old man. And I can only imagine how awkward future encounters will be with these neighbors, as they quite literally live in front of each other, and I bet they don't have any plans on moving out anytime soon, and will see each other for a long time. Let's have a look.
Don't mean anything to me.
Good.
Here, do this.
We'll do this. We'll video.
You got that in there?
Yep,
Good.
I did.
Okay, good.
I hope you know it's considered harassment.
It is
How's
harassment.
harassment? You're videoing me, I'm videoing you.
Yeah, we're videoing you when you entered our space.
No, when I see my dad going after her going after my
Don't
dad.
talk to these ignorant people. Let's go in there. We have class. Go in there.
Okay. There
They're
we go.
starving, trashy people.
All right, we got that on video too.
Yeah, well, save for court. You'll need it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Excuse me, I live here. I have money
No, I can
too.
stay here.
Excuse me, I live here. Okay? Make sure you videotape him.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah, we can do this all day. I'm good.
All right, Karen.
Oh, by the way, I'm a convicted felon.
You know, go
too.
sit down.
Just in case you want to know, I'm a convicted felon. So let's just get that out. Yeah, get it out in open
Is that a
court.
threat?
No, I'm just telling you I'm a felon
Okay.
before it comes up in
So,
court.
so why are you telling us
I'm
that?
just telling you. I'm just
But why?
letting you
Why
know.
is it necessary?
No, there's no reason. It's going to come out in court
Convicted
anyways.
felon.
Yeah, I am.
And you think I'm
5
scared?
years. No, I'm just
You think
telling
I'm scared?
No, I'm not. I'm
So
not asking
why,
if you're
why are
scared.
you telling me that?
I'm not, because you're going to come here and threaten my parents who are 82 years
so
old.
why are
We
you
got
telling me
problems.
that?
Yeah, we're going to have
You
problems.
told me.
No
You
question.
told me that.
We're going to have problems.
I'm not scared of you. You come on
Yeah.
over here.
You're not doing that. You're
Let
not
her
doing
go.
that.
They're
Yeah.
ignorant.
You're not
They're
doing that.
ignorant.
You're ignorant.
Come on, Scott. Back off.
That's pathetic.
No, that's over here.
Let these
Justin,
people
Justin, do me a
go.
favor.
That's
They
what
are
I'm
what
doing.
they
Go
are.
right there.
They are
Keep
what
Okay,
they
now
are.
watch this.
Baby, you
Okay,
you
come
are.
on.
Never harassed you.
Come on.
Never. And you know it.
Come on.
Why did I?
Excuse me.
No, I'm not moving. Why did
No, excuse me. You want to talk? Come right here.
No,
Don't go
I'm
over there.
talking.
Come right here. Come on. Come on. I'm not listening. You see, let me tell you something. I don't hear you. But come right here.
You know what?
Come on. Come on right here.
Why do you say?
Okay, so a group of Karens got together who are anti-maskers and decided to rebel against the mandatory masks going around at the moment, and they go through all these different stores preaching that the virus is a hoax, and they also start shaming parents for making their kids wear a mask and believe the kids should be free. All these shoppers in the store can do is look at them and shake their heads, while a bunch of anti-maskers walk through preaching incorrect information and pushing an agenda I personally couldn't agree with right now, as they believe this whole situation is a hoax. Let's have a look. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning notifications on.